Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Hager number 336N Latch Adapter Filler Plate. This is what would be called a conversion from an 86 to a 161. Where you would use this is when you are using generally a hollow metal door that has a government 86 or a G86 or an 86 edge, which is just the 8-inch tall, 1.25 wide, I think 7/32 deep, 1.25 by 8-inch preparation in the edge of the door, and you're going to convert that to a 161, regardless of what hardware you're installing onto it. The thickness is 0.243. Okay. What I mean to say is, you could be installing a grade 2 knob, a grade 1 lever. You could be installing a deadbolt, whatever you are installing there. You need a hole through the door, and then you need a prep in the edge. And very typical and common that you'll use an item like this, or you might have a lock set that requires function holes that are going to be outside of the typical 2 1/8. You might have some sort of here's an example. You might be putting a Simplex 7000 series. Don't quote me on the part number. A narrow mechanical combination that's going to have a standard latch or a bolt, but you don't need a 2 1/8 inch hole. So you could start with an 86 edge. But generally, you've got a mortise lock door, and you need to put a cylindrical lock on it, is where you'll use this. You'll note that this does not appear to be in the center of the plate, because it's not. It has a preparation up at the top to the prep starts about 2 7/16, and then down here it's about 3 3/16. It's exactly 3/4 inch off center, and that's because not only is your latch center 3/8 lower than where it would normally be, but also the top of the door to the preparation is 3/8 adjusted as well, which accounts for the 3/4 inch. What I'm saying is the top of the door to the top of an 86 edge on a steel craft would be 39 and 15/16, 39 and 15/16 to the top of that prep. So to the center, it's 43 and 15/16. So you're already 3/8 lower, and then your latch is 3/8 adjusted, which is why you need that 3/4 inch hard relocation to match where the 86 edge falls in the door and the center line of a 161. The lock body itself is adjusted 3/8, but also that latch is 3/8 lower as well. So 3/8 plus 3/8 is 3/4 inch. That's why it's not in the center or 3/8 adjusted. Also a hollow metal shop is going to use this because they've run out of 161 prep doors. Very typical and common. It's going to include a couple of 12/24 screws for getting it attached to the edge of the metal door. Okay. The weight of this item is 0.49 pounds, so it's almost a half of a pound of prime-coated steel is what it is. Typical piece of equipment. Let's switch to the screen view now and take a closer look at the supporting documentation. Here is the item that we are looking at. I actually have some images that we can take a look at as well. Here's what the plate looks like. A little closer view. The edge of the plate with the countersunk hole or the prepped hole for the screw. The area where your latch is going to fit in, that's 2 1/4 there. And will certainly receive either a 1 inch or an 1 1/8, but it's intended for an 1 1/8, obviously. Prep. But you can install a 1 inch into it. You'd need probably the faceplate adapter that's available from some manufacturers like Schlage. I'm sure Hager has them as well. But just Schlage's the one I see most often. The backside, again, that same hole, and then the 2 screws that are included, 12/24. Okay, so 336N, here we go. So below this video is a link to the description. Gives us the dimensional properties that we've already gone over, but there's a product catalog as well that will allow you to review all things filler plate related from Hager. And the 336N is right here on page 2, 86 to 161. What's handy about this document is that you are able to review all of the different fillers that come along with this. I can't think of what else you would need automatically with a 336N. I don't believe there are any other plates, but they have a latch edge filler. They have an 86 edge filler if you want to blank out that same government 86. A 2 1/8 hole filler and like an 1.5 inch hole filler. Then hinge fillers, 4.5 and 5 inch tall, 1.5 inch, 1 5/8, 1 3/4 wide. This is a flush bolt strike filler, and then a flush bolt filler, 6 3/4 by 1. A deadbolt strike filler, an ASA filler, a T-strike filler, and then hinge shins. 2 different heights, 4.5 and 5, and then 2 different thickness, 28 thousandths and 65 thousandths. So thin and thick, basically, is what that is. Now, we've taken everything on these 2 pages and we have summarized it into a table as seen here. And that table is nice because, you know, you've got the description, you've got where it's used and its size, and a link right to the item here in this column. Any video review that we have of it will be in this column as well. Okay, pretty handy, quick little link that we have here. Yeah, they appear to be, it's alphabetical. It's not alphabetical. It's grouped the way in which it came out of the catalog. So that might be the easiest way to just follow along of where it's located. Now there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page here, and when we click on that, we will be able to review, as we wait for that to load, we'll be able to review not only all of the Hager products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog that's here. There's a video here on the Hager keying system. Hager has their own keying platform, their own technology of keying material. It's a very, it's liberating in a certain regard because their keying platform allows you to use one key in different types of applications, which would mean conventional mortise cylinders, conventional key and knob, deadbolt, lever applications, and small format removable core as well. So what's interesting about it is you could have a key system where you have removable core on, let's say, or in this case, interchangeable core on key controlled or key retaining mullions on your exterior doors, and then have conventional cores elsewhere. Or a better example actually would be the exterior doors are all interchangeable core where they can be removed and replaced within seconds if you want to control the outside of a building, but you don't need that same level of key control over the inside area of that building. The keying service manual is here as well for your review. The name Hager is quite synonymous with many things builders hardware related. Let's wrap up this video on camera. As I was saying, the name Hager is synonymous with all things builders hardware related. Hinges, lock sets, door closers, exit devices, trim and auxiliary, weather stripping, sliding door hardware, accessory hardware like this filler plate, signage, Roton continuous geared aluminum hinges. Very loyal following I see that Hager has with their client base. People like the Hager product, people prefer the Hager product, and will wait for the Hager product. Any questions on the 336N 86 to 161 edge adapter or any other Hager product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.